This weekend, a SpaceX 7 crew docked with the International Space Station. The roots of SpaceX reach way back into the 60s when it was all NASA, and from that era, there is an East Texas connection. KLTV's Jamie Boyum sits down with the man who worked as an engineer on Apollo and Gemini spacecraft to get his take on the present space program.
Fred Thomas says he was a contract engineer building circuit boards for NASA for 25 years, starting in 1968.
Really loved my job. I got to get in on the tail end of the Gemini program, and I got to work with all the Apollo astronauts and the Apollo moon landings.
He had come out of the Army with a high security clearance and says because of that, NASA hired him quickly.
The astronauts' quarters were right around the corner down the hall.
He says he got to know the original 7 astronauts, including Ed White, Gus Grissom, and Roger Chaffee, who all died in the Apollo 1 flash fire. And he says 40 engineers got together to design the lunar excursion module.
They designed that from what Ezekiel saw in the Bible. Now, how many people would know that?
But a very modern rocket propelled an international crew of 4 to the International Space Station over the weekend.
I'm all for it, you know, because NASA has merged with Musk and all the other configurations of putting these people into orbit.
He says when it all kicked off, he was excited about it, but also
a little apprehensive to find out how they were going to do this. And they were instituting their own developments and everything to get into this thing again. You know, and I thought, well, more power to them. I hope they make it.
He was glad the SpaceX launch went off without a hitch, since they were
picking up where we left off with the Apollo. You know, the technology that went into all that was just totally amazing.
And Fred helped lay a small piece of that groundwork that's keeping astronauts and now a few others from being grounded. Jamie Boyum, KLTV 7 News.
The Crew 7 astronauts will spend 6 months on the space station.